Today we are tearing into the doors on the Corvette. We have never had the power locks working on this thing, and I had to change out the keys to the locks anyway. They didn't have keys to it. Well, needless to say, this power lock system is a little, I guess, complicated or overwired, because what I've taken out, because it doesn't work, is this was holding the key lock part of it in. So you had this little thing there, and then you had this over the key lock. Let me show you, like that. So this was in there. Not quite sure how it worked because it didn't work. So I took that one out, took all this out. This wasn't even wired up to anything. And on the actual lock switch harness, these wires have broken off, and basically you just got two grounds. I'm guessing this was a hot at one time. It's not hot now. On this one, I have a black and a blue that carry over to the other door. So I get continuity to these two. Now on your lock actuator, it's just a 2-wire on the lock solenoid. Now what I'm going to do is wire those 2 wires to this, and then on the other side I'm going to have a momentary on-off on switch that's going to operate both doors. So that'll be either unlock or lock, and then this is an unlock or lock. So basically I'm doing away with the door locks on the door, and I'm going to move them to the center console. So we're eliminating this wiring, except for these 2 wires, which are going to run directly to my solenoid. And if you have not ever changed a lock on one of these, they're kind of a specific deal. You have to buy this long deal if you're keeping all the original stuff, which these are getting a little hard to find. But I just went with the one that had the short shaft on it, and I had to rebend the little bar there that works in this lock right there. But we have it working on the key. We just want to be able to have the power lock unlock switch here. So, like I said, all these, there's just so many wires going to this thing that it doesn't need. So I might continuity test these and see where they're actually going, but I think they're a ground, which I have my window down. I can't get my hand in there. Okay guys, so this is on the driver's side, and I have my 2 wires coming up here, ran along the bottom of the door coming up. Now I had my blue and my black coming from the other side that I had continuity checked, and I tested the up and down, which way was which, and I wired this one the same way, tied both solenoids together here. So basically I'm going to run 2 wires to this one out of it with 2 spades, 2 wires to this one out of it with 2 spades. Okay guys, this, got it all put back together. Show you real quick. It does work. So that way, and flip it back the other way. So what I need to do, I'm gonna have to get another piece, a back piece to this. So I'll pull the panel off and put it through and then push the back piece on it. It'll keep it secured. Right now it works like that, but it's not perfect, not how I want it. And what I show you here is I took these two wires, were off of one of the solenoids. Well, actually it's going to both solenoids. So this is my ground going to this side, and then I got the other ground for the same going to this side. And then I have my hot going here and then going here. So I just flip them and I have a hot and a ground. So basically one way locks it, one way unlocks it. And if you're curious on the switch, I'm probably going to find another one of these. It looks, well, I'm getting a glare. It's right, well, it's not going to focus. It's an RS12635, and it's a momentary on off on. Cambridge was the brand. I actually bought this one at, I think it was AutoZone, because O'Reilly's did not have the one that I was looking for. So anyway, right now, that is how this one's going. I'm going to get one for the other side, probably, and splice it in over there and get rid of that one. Or I possibly am going to move this switch right here. Is kind of like a tune switch. I flip it forward and it adjusts the timing and the shift points. Kind of gives it more of a racy feel, which I may switch that one over to this section right here, and then just have a single lock mounted right here, which can be a little more complicated, but it might get moved over here. This right now is just my power headlight switch on and off. So for a cheap solution to bypass your overly complicated power locks that they did on these things, that was my solution. So anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. Have a couple other things that I'm fixing to be doing that might be kind of small, but if you want to keep up with it, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe, and I'd appreciate it. I'll talk to y'all later.